Well, this year, prairie farmers are blessed with a great bumper crop, but it's not all good news. As Kyle Gallagher explains in this week's Ag Report, rail companies are having trouble getting all of that grain to market.
Essentially, the system is plugged. We have CN and CP moving grain at a very good pace right now, but they're a couple weeks behind at best, and we aren't seeing a big response from the railways in providing improved service.
After a record year in the fields, Western Canadian farmers are getting frustrated having to wait for their goods to get delivered. Doug Chorney of Keystone Agricultural Producers says the backlog is getting so bad that piles of wheat and other crops are building up outside jammed grain elevators.
There's risk of weather degradation when you have grain stored outside, and even grain in grain bags is susceptible to spoilage because it's, of course, airtight and has no aeration and things like that.
They have committed to move 5,500 cars each per week for the year. And over the first 14 weeks, they were already 18,500 cars behind. So almost 19,000 cars. That was 2 weeks ago.
The railways are well aware of how producers feel, but say at this point increasing the amount of cars on the lines isn't an option.
Farmers have been saying very, very loud and clear that put more cars into the supply chain. But based on our experience, we don't think that would work. The result would be you would just jam the system up and slow the overall movement.
APPIS President Norm Hall says the first step in resolving the issue is giving more teeth to legislation that holds railways accountable.
A grain company orders 110 cars. When those cars come in, they have 24 hours to load those cars, or they face financial penalties. If the railroad doesn't deliver those cars on time, there's no penalties.
While the rail companies are preaching patience.
There is progress that is being made, but again, the supply chain has a certain amount of capacity that's built into it, and it takes time. It takes physical time to move a crop.
Kyle Gallagher, Newcap News.
Students at Bonnyville Centralized High School are getting in touch with their humanitarian sides. This as they hosted a fair trade coffee house last night. This was their 7th year holding the event. Now people could try fair trade coffee, but also do some early Christmas shopping. Fraser Snowden has more.
Whether you were looking for a nice cup of Java or a unique kind of Christmas gift, for a $5 donation entry, the Fair Trade Coffee House had you covered.
Different goods in from around the world, from different artisans from around the world who have been building and making these products that are helping them sustain the lifestyle that is better for them.
Grade 12 student Amanda has been doing this for a couple of years now and says while helping people, it also opens your eyes to a different world.
Through this, you learn a lot more about different societies and I guess what their lives are like. We go to school and have jobs like lawyers and doctors, but these people survive on making intricate little crafts that we may not have any idea how to make, but they do. It's really amazing in a way, actually.
Art from the 10,000 Villages campaign was there, including fair trade coffee, and ornaments from the campaign Free the Children were also there. Switzer says they also have another goal they are building up to.
So $20 gets us 1 brick, and 500 bricks builds a school. So that is one of the goals we have this year, is that if we can get those 500 bricks, we have built 1 school as a school ourselves.
The coffee house has become a Christmas tradition at the school in Bonnyville.
So even from the start of the year, even before we even thought about what we had to order, people are asking, when's the coffee house going to be? When's the coffee house going to be? Which is really great to see, especially as a newcomer to the coffee house myself. It's really great to see that the community is really involved.
In Bonnyville, Fraser Snowden, Newcap News.